Right, there's a little bit of handbags at 30 yards when it comes to, that's Chewie on the text, that Mr. Seymour and Mr. Luxon are a little bit grumpy with one another, although it seems that Luxon is backing down by saying, well, I know I said that, but it's not what I meant.
The Prime Minister insists a good solution's been found for the Cook Strait ferries.
A good solution, which is at some stage we'll give you the solution. That's their solution.
Even while other options are being investigated. Meanwhile, ACT's leader has been forced to explain comments about the costs. And as Sam Ollie reports, it's the bill for new port infrastructure that's concerning Wellington ratepayers.
A smooth sailing ahead for passengers in Wellington today, but the Prime Minister's concerned about leaks in the coalition.
David Seymour's not the Minister for Rail or the Minister of Finance.
A response to this post, the ACT leader saying the new ferry project is approximately half the cost of the $3 billion for the cancelled IREX scheme.
Now, remember that. So he said it's approximately half, right? Because now he's walking about going, what? I didn't mean half. It's not half. We'll see what he's got to say.
I've put out a figure of speech that some people have read.
Figure of speech, family. It's just a figure of speech, half. See, I thought half was a mathematical equation, but he says it's a figure. It's just a figure of speech. Don't take me so literally, people, please.
People have read into literally, and perhaps I should have said something less specific than half, but the point of half is that it's a tiny fraction of what it is.
We keep our costs confidential, and they need to be because it's commercial.
My concern is what we're seeing in New Zealand in real time is Donald Trump and his taxes. I will release my taxes. I'm under audit. As soon as I'm not under audit, I will release my taxes. That was 2016, that conversation. We still haven't seen his taxes. I'm concerned that this government is going to continually say all the way up till the next election, we do not release our numbers when we're negotiating. You heard it here first. What's the date today? 12/12/24. Oh, 12 plus 12 is 24. We can remember that. We'll see. We'll see if the numbers come out before the next election. My gut tells me they'll keep them as hidden as possible, and they'll cite commercial sensitivities as to why they will keep them hidden.
The plan is for 2 new ferries. Advisors recommended they be rail compatible and 200 metres long. But that's unless a better plan comes along in the next few months, with the government open to private sector pitches.
We've got a good solution, and if we can improve on it, great. And if not, we move forward with that solution.
Is it just me? I'm okay for it to be just me. I'm okay for you telling me it's just me. We've got a good solution. We've got a good solution. What is the solution, Mr. Luxon? The solution is we'll have an answer to you in March of next year. We've got a good solution, which is we're going to get an answer to you unless another answer shows itself more easily. Is it just me? I can see Chewie in the chat. Should we get on your phone? Come back and say
The Prime Minister says the whole project will cost less than $3.2 billion, with upgrades to the ports needed before any new ferries arrive.
Look, I'm concerned that the government might be looking to pass the costs of the infrastructure build on to ratepayers.
Another concern, responding.
I saw someone the other day saying, no matter what they do, it's the ratepayer or it's the public that will end up paying. We either pay for it as part of our taxes, or the ratepayers will pick it up and pay for it as part of that. And then what will happen is we'll get charged more when we use the ferry. Like, this feels like one of those things, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Like, if the whole country through our taxes contributed to this, then we're all paying for a piece of infrastructure that's essential to all of us. Remember, things going from the North to the South Island and vice versa, food, products, goods, services. You know, we all benefit from this, so we should all pay for it. But what's going to happen is the ratepayers primarily in Picton or in Marlborough, Picton, that surrounding area, and in Wellington will pick up a big chunk of it, and then they'll want their money back. So when people use the ferries, it will cost more. I think I'm more about all of us picking it up, because even if we personally don't go on the ferries, it does benefit all of us.
Emergencies and breakdowns from the current ageing ferries, which will have to keep going for another 5 years.
Right at the minute, not confident at all.
While funding for a feasibility assessment for Cook Strait rescue tugs has been approved, this expert says now could be the time to move away from reliance on the crossing.
There is no particular requirement for us to emphasise Picton Wellington per se. They have a role to play for sure, but in terms of particularly the cargo side of this, there's no question about it that the coastal containerised traffic is by far and away a better proposition.
Plenty to consider before the government gives its final decision in March. Sam Ollie, One News.
Yes, final decision in March, people. So basically what Luxon is saying is we have a good outcome, which is we'll give you a decision in March. So the outcome that he's singing from the rooftops is our outcome is good, and our outcome is that we will give you an outcome in around about 4 months, because we don't have the answer yet. It's pretty ridiculous.